it's literally clogged and paining, and my pelvic area has like gone for a toss, and I'm looking at him like, I don't like you.
I know.
I don't like this.
That.
I don't like this. Like, why am I doing this? Why this is happening to me? It's very depressing. I used to cry.
Hi, Vina.
Hi.
So today on Zen But Not Calm, we have this wonderfully interesting mom, Veena. She's a mom of two lovely kids, but more than anything else, her own journey as a person, as an individual, has been so interesting. I would love, Veena, for you to introduce yourself. So please, the stage is all yours.
So, my name is Veena. I was born and brought up in Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. My parents and we all come from this beautiful place called Palakkad. It's in Kerala. So I'm like a South Indian who's like a UP from in her mind, UPite in her mind. And then I did my schooling in UP and then moved to Delhi for graduation and then started my journey as a journalist. So I was working as a reporter, doing crime and health, and then got married, then moved abroad. And then I was doing a little bit of freelancing with a magazine, with an immigrant magazine there.
Wow.
And then once I became pregnant, that's when I took a break.
Okay.
And then my journey with photography started after my son was born. Like, that's when I started enjoying photography. And then now it's my profession after so many years.
Wow.
Like, I'm a photographer. So
Nice.
it's amazing, and I love it. It's just gives me a lot of fulfillment, and I feel like I was born to take pictures. So it's amazing. I love it. Like, love it. So it's great.
It's actually pretty wonderful, right? I am a strong believer of the fact that motherhood opens up so many different doors.
Yes.
Which I didn't even know existed before I was a mom.
Exactly.
Do you feel the same?
Also, the way we are raised, we are not told that this can be a profession or you can choose that or this. We are not. Our mind is not framed that way growing up.
True.
It's only when you are in your own zone, taking up your own responsibilities, that's when you realize, oh, I'm good at this, I can do that, and you'll have your own failures, and then you'll figure out that aha moment, and then you'll be like, okay, I'm made for this, I can do this, this is my zone.
And I think that break is what you need, and somehow motherhood gives you that little bit of nature intended break
100%.
where you have that time to really think.
100%.
Because till then you're so absorbed in the life's run that you are actually just missing out on the parts where you can take a pause, take a moment away, and just think for you.
Yeah, I took a break for so many years. Like, once my little one, my second child, when she started school, that's when I stepped out.
Okay,
so
lovely.
My break was pretty long.
Okay, so let's. Why don't we first introduce your beautiful babies? Okay, I mean, they're not babies anymore.
Yeah,
let's not call them babies now.
They're not babies, but in my mind, like, they're still babies. It's just that the time has passed, and when I see them and when I see their baby pictures, I'm like, oh my god. Even today I was like, going through those Facebook memories. I got a picture when my son was eating an ice cream. He was like barely 2 years old, and I'm like, and I'm looking at him. He's taller than me, and he's stronger than me also, right? So I'm like, wow, when did this
happen?
This one. So it's I don't know.
It's been long. I get it. Yeah, no, I understand. And so, so you have two beautiful children.
Yes.
So why don't you introduce?
So I have two kids. Agastya, he's almost going to be a teen, and Gayatri, she's almost going to be 10. So double digits have totally entered into my life now. They are 10 and 13, but they are already like in their 20s. Lot of like, I see the 20ish in them, the way they talk, the way they answer me back, or it's fun.
The rebellion is on, and the independent thinking is on. Actually, put it in a positive way. Independent thinking is on.
They're very independent in their thought process, and it's a joyful ride with them. It's so cool, like, seeing them grow, seeing their personality change happening every day, and I'm like, dude, how did you figure this part out of your life, like, on your own? Or how did you even come up, with this argument? Or how so many things.
I mean, remembering how we used to carry them around everywhere and making all those tiny decisions for them.
Exactly.
And today they are actually capable of doing far better than us.
Exactly. Like if I have to take a decision for them, like I have to have like me and my husband, we have to have a one-on-one conversation with them,
Right.
take their point of view and then decide. And then
They have to be involved, because if they're not, and if it's completely you who
has actually nice.
Right.
I remember when we were kids, I mean, not much we were involved. We were not involved the way now kids are involved in every decision that they are making. Be it the color of the room or the subject that they want to choose or anything. Like it's like all the sports they want to play, like anything. They are involved, and I like it because you're working as a family
together.
Unit, right?
Like it is. You're a team, right?
Exactly.
It is a team.
And because I lived away for a very long time,
right?
This was the process that we started building, and I think it's now. I think that connected us a lot.
You mentioned that you guys have been living as a team and as a family in the US, which probably tells me that the kids were born in the US, right? How was the whole pregnancy phase as well as delivery phase when it came to delivering two beautiful children?
Yes.
Indian children.
Yes.
In the US. I'm not sure if you were in the US or Canada back then.
So both of them were born in Canada.
Okay.
And then soon after my second one was born, we moved to US. So right after my wedding, like I moved to Canada. It was nice because we had not met during our whole, courtship period. We had never met. Like we met during our engagement and then finally meeting during our wedding, because he was always in Canada and I was in Delhi. Right. So obviously for the last 6 months, I was just talking to some guy on Skype. Skype was very popular
back then.
It was popular.
Yeah.
So for me, right after wedding, it was like trying to know myself and trying to know him, and similar with him, right? And we did not have any family.
Right.
It was just us understanding our life, understanding our married life, and then we had decided that we will not have children soon. So it gave us a good amount of time to know each other, because we are two different personalities and it's not easy to coexist away from everybody, away from different time zones, and start a life together. So it takes time to understand and
build that bond. Right.
Also the fact that you're in love, but also this is marriage, this is real, this is not like movie or anything, and there is no escape route. You have to understand and live with it. So we took 4 years,
right?
And after 4 years, we decided, like, okay, during a 4th year, we had our first baby. Pregnancy was amazing. It was like the
smooth sail,
super duper smooth sail. Before that also, I was like taking care of my health very well.
Right.
Taking care of your health is so important. So I was like, even before the thought of pregnancy, I was like very particular about my food and exercise and everything. So when we decided, like in 2 months, I was able to get pregnant. And when I saw that, that faint line, it was surreal. It was like, so like, really, this is happening. This is actually happening. And so it was a smooth sail. Delivery was like, again, amazing. So my doctor in Canada, they were very easygoing with me. They did not impose any restriction on me. The only restriction they had on me was do not drink too much coffee. And now I'm drinking coffee. So do not drink too much coffee, because I used to drink a lot of coffee, and then they said, okay, just reduce it a little bit.
Right.
That is the only restriction I had, like no medicine, nothing. They just asked me to take one multivitamin. And so my doctor, and I chose a male doctor.
Right.
He was so cool. Like
that's again unique, right?
Yeah, I told the male doctor. We had a discussion, and me and my husband, I was like, I want to go with a male doctor.
Wow.
So yeah, I don't know why I did that, but I think that was a great decision, because they seem cool to me. They don't. They see a different. They have a different point of view. That's what at that point of time my mind told me to do. So
interesting.
Cool.
Yeah.
So when I would go meet him, I would see few moms waiting in line, and then he would take us for a checkup, and then he'd be like 2 minutes and you are done. Literally. it was just the waiting time to meet him.
Got it.
And then like waiting time was like 10 minutes, and then we would just go and he would do some, check heart,
Right.
whatever,
Basic checks.
basic checks.
Huh.
And then you are done. And I would ask him, that's it? Do I need to do something? Am I doing fine? He's like, yeah, you're
doing
fine.
fine. Huh.
You have absolutely no problem. So during the last phase of my pregnancy, because I'm short and I'm tiny, I was tiny and not anymore, but I was short and tiny at that point of time. So they asked me to do ultrasound like every week.
Oh, because
Just to check the weight of the baby.
all right.
Mostly the babies, white kids, they're born there, right? They're mostly like pretty big, and Indian kids are not that.
How is this Indian child not as per the American average?
Exactly. Yeah, Indian kids are not that big.
Canadian average. My bad.
Yeah, Canadian American. It's like it's not the norm, right? Like having a very tiny. Obviously, I was very tiny compared to other. I am short, and I was able to maintain my weight and everything at that point of time. So they just sent me to ultrasound every week. So that was concerning for me. Like, why are we doing that? But also it made a lot of sense because they wanted to do a, check.
So tell me one thing. Did you meet multiple gynecologists before deciding on your male gynecologist? Because that's really interestingly unique to me. So what was your thought process? I'm very curious to know this.
Oh God! So our family doctor, again, he was a very old family doctor. He was like in his 80s. So he recommended me few, doctors.
Okay.
And I just narrowed him down. Like I was sure that I want to go to a male doctor. And I was,
Why?
Again,
I dig deeper. I know I'm going really way back in history, but I'm just curious.
Even with the second child, we opted for a male doctor. I mean, he checked, did everything, right? Like he was a male doctor. I just felt like they have a different perspective. Okay. They have a different thought process, and I don't want to feel pressured. Somehow, I was just I felt that they were cool. They were very.
They lightened the situation.
They would not put a lot of pressure on me with their eyes or with their eyebrows or like how.
Also, you mean
with their gestures, like how the expressions.
Less judgmental.
I don't want to feel judgmental. That is the right word. I think that is what was in my mind at that point of time.
Yes. Wow, that's a very fresh perspective because I am now in awe.
Because every expression, like I would notice, and my so this male doctor was very cool.
Nice.
He was a very happy doctor.
Right.
And, I mean, I was like lucky enough to have him for my first pregnancy.
Unfortunately, I think that's the sad part where mothers judge other mothers more.
Yes.
Women judge other women.
And I want too much of gyan also. I know that women doctor. Sorry, I mean, I'm not judging anybody.
And no generalizing here, but yeah.
Sorry about that. But I don't want gyan. I don't want it. Like I want to do it on my own. Just tell me you're doing it right. That's it. That's what I want to hear.
But whatever you say, now that you're in India, Indian women,
yes,
we love to give gyan.
No, I was sitting at school and somebody is talking to me and giving me gyan about everything. I'm like, why are you telling me? I'm not even asking you. Like, mujhe mat gyan do, like all of that. So,
yeah, but it's a standard practice here.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But it's everywhere. I mean, Indian moms everywhere they do that.
Indian moms everywhere.
Even if you don't ask, they'll come and tell you. Like
knock knock.
Yeah,
you didn't ask for this, but
exactly. So, but yeah, people generally there live a very individualistic life.
Got it.
They would not come to you and tell you unless you ask them. But if you ask them, they will give you a really honest response. That is what I
look forward to.
I mean,
you need that, right?
Yeah,
I mean, who has the time to listen to the whole story and come to a read between the lines answer? I think we really need honesty today. So I'm glad. I really appreciate your honesty out here, and that is your what you went through. Honestly,
that was my mindset.
So I think that's I think that's a very fresh perspective, which I am in awe with, because I today feel. Thankfully, my gynecologist was really nice. I rejected so many. Eventually, finding one gynecologist who was non-judgmental, who I could trust 100%.
Yes.
And you need that when you're eventually heading into this huge phase in your life called
Yes.
pregnancy.
So when during the delivery, I had few conditions that I had mentioned to my delivery doctor. So
Got
the
it.
delivery doctor was different from my gynecologist because they have
Okay.
their own rounds, right? So whoever is available at that point of time will be delivering my
Okay,
baby.
got
So
it.
it was a female doctor.
Okay.
Interestingly, but my doctor eventually came and met me in the morning. So 3 conditions was I wanted to play this music, the Om chanting throughout how many hours it may take. I wanted non-stop to be played, and they were okay with it. Second, I had just finished my baby showers. I was wearing the bangles,
Bangles,
so
okay.
I wanted them. So they did not say anything about it also. And then I wanted, as soon as the baby is born, I want a skin to skin with my baby. Like, do not take the baby anywhere, just bring it to me.
Right.
I need that skin to skin with me as well as with my husband.
Wow.
So they literally followed everything to the to
Yeah.
the, like, they made this process possible. Yeah, so the delivery was so nice. Like,
I'm quite surprised because there are so many conditions and rules around the delivery in India. I mean, I will agree that a lot of them are definitely done as well. Thankfully, my gynecologist was also wonderful. Deepak was allowed to be in the delivery room. He was allowed to touch the baby. He was allowed to, I was allowed to be given the skin to skin with the
Yes.
baby. But you're not allowed to wear anything. That's like the rule one, because you carry infections with you. They're very concerned about that. They generally don't keep more than one person in the room.
yes,
Only one person is allowed. Only if that person doesn't faint. That was the rule. If your husband is strong enough, he's allowed to be in the room. Because if he passes out while I'm, catering to you, I don't want to be catering to him.
Yes.
So Deepak, I mean, obviously we were aware of the fact that Deepak is mentally quite steady when it comes to blood, and obviously you're going to see a lot of going things flowing out. It's a process.
Luckily, if there is a mirror on top, like if you see that mirror, like in that room,
Suck it back in.
what is this happening, right? Like, so it was, yeah. So they followed like whatever my conditions were.
Right.
They did not say anything negative about it, or
That's beautiful.
again make faces or anything. Like, they liked
And
it.
all the women who are looking to come up with their own conditions about delivery, go to Canada and deliver.
Yeah, it was smooth. Like, when my labor pains started, I thought I'm going to be, pretty cool. That's what my imagination was, right? Kya pain hoga? I can deal it. And a lot of people had told me that it is like a period's pain. Okay, so that's what I had.
Are these actual mothers who've gone through labor?
I don't know. When I asked my mom was like, it's been so long, like I don't even remember. So, but then when I kept asking to women, they were like, it's like period pain, but little on the higher side. So I was like, how high can it go, right? I can take it. So starting, I was fine. I was like, okay, I can take it. But then, and the doctor saw me, he's like, you may want an epidural. I was like, no, I'm not going to have it. And then when it reached its peak,
Right.
then I was like, I can't take it. I was crying and I was like, no, I need the epidural. So they gave me an epidural. So luckily with that epidural, I couldn't feel any tear or anything. Baby came out smoothly, and it was so nice when they took him out, and then they showed me the baby, and then gave him
Checklist.
to me. Yes, it was so
Veena's
nice.
checklist.
But then, boy, when that epidural effect that
Went
goes
away.
out, that's when the real pain starts. So comparing it with my second child, so I was having a good time. I had a toddler with me. Agastya was 2 years old. My husband was extensively traveling at that point of time.
Got it.
So it was just me and him. So, pregnant, lifting him, going from one place to the other, whatever. Like it was again exercise at the same time, but it was like more
Who needs a
tiring.
workout when you have a toddler?
Exactly. So it was more like it was tiring, and I could feel that something was happening. Like I could just feel that this is not same as my first pregnancy. I had not done any shopping for anything. So I thought my mom would come and we both can go out and chill and everything. Man, life has different plans. Fourth, my mom came. Fifth, I had an ultrasound in the afternoon.
Right.
Me and mom and my son, we went to the ultrasound, and then they gave me an envelope. Okay, and they said, you have to immediately go to the doctor.
Oh.
And I was like, what is in that envelope? Like, I
Huh.
need to know
No,
what's in there.
right.
Like, we can't tell you because the
Okay.
ultrasound is different. Whole system is different. They
the
do
doctor
not tell you.
reads
So the doctor
the-
is the one who's going to tell me.
Okay.
So then I'm like, okay.
Wow, scary mysteries.
I was like started crying because I was not prepared. I'm like, what is happening? I need to know.
Right.
This baby, and I need this baby.
And you don't tell a mom who's come for an ultrasound, go to a doctor
Yeah, so
right
this
now.
experience
You're
is
like
different.
freaking out.
And I'm a
right?
nurse, right? So nurses are different from doctors, right? So nurse, they are generally
More freaked?
I think so.
I would agree. I think they are more nervous and
like, I'm like,
freaked.
what is this happening? So she gave me this white envelope, and I'm like, okay, the doctor's building was not too far, so we're like, okay, we need to go now.
Right.
So we all three of us just walked and got an appointment, and then she saw the doctor.
Report,
She
huh.
saw the so again, because the doctors are they have different rounds. So my gynecologist was not available at that point of time.
Correct.
So I had a lady doctor who checked that report, and she's like, okay, we need to admit you now. I'm like,
What
so
happened?
what happened? Can you tell me? So I think my water was also
Leaking?
It was not leaking. I think the water around placenta was reducing, and I vaguely remember all of that.
Right.
So she gave me some reason, and that it's now the baby is healthy. We can just take her out now. If we delay, it will not be safe for the child. So we need to admit you right now. I'm like,
Something
now?
a
What do you mean
mom-
by now?
Huh.
When like now? She's like, go back home, bring all your requirements. We will call you. I have a 2-year-old. My mom has just arrived. Like she's jet lagged. My husband is at work, and I'm like, luckily he was in the country at that point of time. So I called him. I'm like,
Get home.
Just get home. I think we need to go now. So luckily he came back home. We reached home, and I was like, I cried like crazy. I'm like, what is this happening? I thought like I don't want to lose this child. Like I want her desperately. And then we started
scary
collecting
moment. Oh my God.
Agastya's
Clothes.
baby clothes. It was kept somewhere. So I created a suitcase with his baby dress. Then I did not have diapers or wipes or any.
You were not ready.
Like,
You
even
were
a
not
sanitary
prepared.
pad or anything. Even though they give you a little package, but you need to prepare your own setting, right? So I'm like, okay, then obviously Blinkit doesn't exist there. So we went to I'm like, what do I do? Then I asked him to bring certain things that we
On your way back.
So we just packed, and I was waiting for the call. The call did not happen. I just kept waiting. Why are they not calling me? Because I'm getting super nervous. Around 8 o'clock, I had just made my son sleep.
They called.
And we just went to the hospital. Mom was with my son, so we went to the hospital, and then they started the process, and morning she was born. But when
Safe and sound.
Safe and sound, her sugar levels were low. So again,
It was a normal delivery.
it was a normal delivery.
Okay.
But she was born very small again.
Okay.
And her sugar levels were low.
Okay.
So again, after the mom and baby bonding and all, they took her to the
NICU.
Yes. Then again,
scary.
it was scary. It was
Oh.
scary. But the good thing was, so in Canada, what happens is, like, again, I told you, right, they don't keep you in the hospital. Maybe after the delivery, next day, half day, that's it. Like, you need to leave the hospital. So I would, 2 hours, I would just come and breastfeed her. Also, they gave me a guest room in the hospital. So my stitches were paining, and, I would hold the wall and slowly walk to the NICU and feed her and put her back in the incubator and
My God.
all of that process. But finally, she was there for 3 days. And then
She was back home.
She was back home, and then it was two different
Yeah.
journeys altogether.
Poles apart, and I think it's generally, if you ask a mom, she will always have two very, very different
Yes.
stories for all her.
Oh, yeah.
Every pregnancy holds a different trajectory and
Yes.
journey. It's crazy, and
Yeah.
you went through it pretty strongly. I know every mom does. It's not easy, but
Yeah, but I was not prepared for what is next, right? Even with my first delivery, every book will talk or every movie will talk about how beautiful, you'll have the labor pain and the baby arrives and everything is happily ever after. Nobody tells you what happens after that. Like
it's happily ever after for the child.
Exactly. We're all focusing on the arrival of the child and everything, but like post pregnancy, post delivery is the real journey. It's super duper struggle. It's for first 3 months, I would say it's not easy on the mom.
Yeah, it's
Like,
it's not all
easy.
bees and birds are flying.
No, I know the movies make you think that it's very nice and you can't even walk. You can't walk. There is pain.
You're sitting on a pillow.
Yeah.
You're literally sitting on a pillow.
Yeah.
You are already struggling with a very weak pelvic area. On top of that, you are struggling with the whole breastfeeding cycle because
Exactly.
it's not even. And takes time to even out basis your child's requirements
Exactly.
and your production, and everything is all around, everywhere,
Yeah.
scattered. And just to streamline your cycles, your children's routines and everything, just to streamline them, I think every pregnancy you take 3 months.
100%.
Minimum.
You need 3 months to feel actually to feel good, to enjoy that motherhood. Because until then, I remember when Agastya was a baby, there was one night. Imagine it's the fall, like he was born in September, so the fall starts and then sunset happens early, and it's all cool, very cold and all. So the atmosphere is also very depressing, right? Like the trees don't have leaves and it's fall. So I'm sitting by the window and I'm watching outside. I'm like, I'm watching him and my body's paining, my breasts are it's literally clogged and paining, and my pelvic area is like gone for a toss, and I'm looking at him like, I don't like you.
I know.
I don't like this.
That.
I don't like this. Like, why am I doing this? Why this is happening to me? It's very depressing. I used to cry, and also people around you, they're also going through their own hormonal phase.
Right.
Like they are also in a different space altogether. Like my husband is in a different space, my mom is in a different space, right? So nothing is connecting.
Correct.
And nobody can understand what you're going through because nobody knows.
Nobody
knows what you're going through. So you're putting blames like they don't understand me, or it's not
easy. It's never easy.
It's not easy. And I would really want moms to understand that please, for those 3 months, just be in the Zen mode. Do not think what others are thinking about yourself. Just listen to your body and just take care of yourself at that point of time. If somebody wants to hold the baby, please
give it
by
all means.
Yes. So
don't take it all on yourself, because you don't have to do this alone. You need a support system in place, which you do need your breaks, because without those breaks you will not be sane.
Exactly.
It is difficult. It is not easy.
It is not easy.
I think you have touched upon a very, very beautiful aspect of motherhood, and I'm calling it beautiful because it is an aspect of motherhood as beautiful as any other happy moment that a mother has. And that is the fact that you're still warming up to be a mom of a child and still coping up with your own discomforts. We always look at every other mother. We think that they are actually doing it flawlessly.
Yes.
Because nobody shows out those emotions that they are honestly going through within.
Yes.
And I cannot touch more deeply on the fact that every mother would have cried.
Yes.
During these first 3 months, every mother faces these discomforts. You are struggling. Yeah. You are in pain. And especially when the growth spurts hit, and the child is feeding every few minutes, you are struggling. Your back is killing you. You're not getting your sleep. And you are honestly angry at yourself.
Yes.
And you're angry at the child. And hence you're even more angry at yourself because you don't want to be angry at the child.
100%.
And you feel you're going to be judged. For being angry at the child because you're not an ideal mother.
Yeah. Like you have to put up a brave face because you don't want others to see that emotional side of you, that oh my god, why, like you don't want that judgment again, right? Which I don't like it. If you have to be open about the the feelings that you're going through, because it really hurts big time. My first pregnancy and my second pregnancy, both my pregnancy, I had difficulty both in my pain that I had in my pelvic area. I couldn't walk. I was only breastfeeding him. They both are not bottle fed. So I was like, they were totally dependent on my feed. And then I had pain, and I would cry at nights, literally, and I wouldn't sleep. I would just cry at nights. The baby would be on my lap, and I would be watching, and I'm like, today I'm not loving you. But then next day I'm like, I'm sorry, baby, for saying that. I love you. Like, I waited for you for so long.
Right.
And you have to keep those emotions just to yourself. Like, you can't show it to anybody, because
you're fearing the judgment, right?
you will not believe. Nobody would know. But even your mom, they would not understand what you're going through, because they have also forgotten what they went through.
And I think our previous generation, as much as they went through this themselves, I think the environment was such that they were not allowed to express.
Yes.
So I don't think they even realized that they were going through so much.
Yeah.
They just bottled it up all within.
Yeah.
And eventually the phase is passed. But for us, since we are thankfully not living in an age or an era where we can't express it, we are expressing it a little bit more openly.
Yeah. Also, there is also judgment, if you have a cesarean childbirth, people, oh, she had a cesarean childbirth. What do you mean? Oh, she had a cesarean childbirth. You know what a mom goes through. It's so difficult to have a life growing inside you, feed it, let it grow, and then somehow you want to bring it out
alive, safe. It's
safe.
Just a stress.
What the hell do you think that why do you judge moms like the way, whatever way they want to give their child, however your mom's body is, right? Like at that point of time, it happens. So
good.
Lot of time people would ask me, oh, what kind of delivery was it? Was it like a normal or a cesarean? I'm like, normal. And I, thank God. Why thank God? Like, you don't understand the pain that I went through. It's not easy.
In both scenarios, I would say, whether it's a normal or a C-section,
tough.
it was a decision which was taken back then. But the recovery time for a mother is probably, it's different, but it's equally hurtful.
It is so
whether you have a slice here or a slice down there, it is
tough.
Hurtful.
It's very painful. It's hurtful. And I would say, like both ways, it's
body goes through so much. And the hormones, it is equally hurtful again.
Exactly.
Whether it's this or that delivery, the hormones that are playing with your head, with your body, it takes its own journey to settle.
Oh yeah, it's very and even the dads, they go through this emotional, hormonal issues, which we don't understand then, which we later on, figure it out later.
Right.
Because they are also because parenthood is new to them, like fatherhood is new to them. You're a young guy, suddenly you are responsible for a child in this world. You have to provide, and you're seeing this tiny baby, and so many things go in their mind, and we don't understand that at that point of time. We're like, it's me, my importance, it's all me at that point of time, and we just don't give that person the value,
right?
And you put all the blames on that person, or especially on the father of the child.
They take
husband, right? Like,
they're the closest to you at that moment. You did this to me. This is because of you.
Exactly. It's hard, and I feel like that's not justified. And also our expectation from our husband is, oh, he's going to be that movies may they show this diaper changing dad, feeding dad. Okay, every guy is so different. We do not compare your dad, like they all react differently, right? So
I think as much as we always talk about moms, it's something to really mention out here that fatherhood is not easy again.
It's not easy. I mean, we take it for granted.
Correct.
Because at that point of time, you think you are the only important person because you're carrying the child. But actually, we don't pay attention to that person.
Correct.
now looking back, I think I should have given him that importance because I took him for granted. I was like, you have to do this for me, like
Right.
kind of thing.
So you have had a long journey since the times in the US, and you had your own system there, and the
Yes.
way you did things was all you four being a team.
Yes.
And having and growing from there and making your own set of harmonic rules that worked well for everybody. How was that transition? Now that you have moved to India,
Yeah.
how did that transition work? Were the children okay? Were you okay? What inspired you to consider moving back?
So coming to India was always on the pipeline. It
Okay.
was always a question when.
Okay.
I think I wasn't ready for a very, very long time to come back. My husband was always ready, but then he would always talk with the kids that, we need to go back. They were also okay with it because, kids, actually, we take them for granted again. When they go to school, we don't realize that they also miss their family, because for every basketball game or every play or every activity or parent teacher meeting or everything, other kids would bring their grandparents or their uncles and aunts.
Yeah.
And families would come for everything. Even if you think, oh, why would they come for this silly
Event.
they would come. They would literally come for everything, and my kids would miss that. Like,
Ah.
it was just me and my husband. And so I know that they would come up to me and say, it would be so nice if we have family around and everything. So obviously they were also
They missed
giving a
it too.
signal. So we would always tell them, like, one day we would go and how would you feel, and then they would always show us that positive, give us that positive feedback, because
Okay.
we also gave them a picture that we would be closer to everybody, and it
So
would
they
be
were
nice.
kind of mentally prepared in a way. They were told, you had spoken about it in
Yeah.
length with them from the very
Yeah, yeah,
beginning.
yeah,
So
like-
it was something they also assumed would happen in the
What
future.
happened, right? But it was not something they knew that it would actually happen.
Till it does. You don't know it does.
Right? So we were gearing up for coming to India with kids. I know they have lived for a very long time, and they have made their own friendships. Like, they have their own best friends, right? Like,
Of course.
to break that and to come and again build that friendship here and start from scratch again
Right.
is very, very,
It's
very tough.
Right.
So we just told them, like, it's all open. There is no pressure on making friends, like, right at the get-go. Take your time, no people. So 2024, when my son was 12 and my daughter was 9, we came here for summer vacation, and I told them we're coming here not as a visitor,
Okay.
but as
Prospective stay.
let's stay here
on.
as we'll be staying at grandparents' house, but let's stay here as as if you're living here. So we'll go to regular shops. We'll do regular things here, okay? And don't be judgmental about the cleanliness or the roads. I mean, see the bigger picture. This is going to be there. Roads are not going to be clean. You will see garbage here and there. You are going to see it. So you have to get used to that visuals.
Got it.
Okay. So it's India. It's not America. Obviously, America has their own positives and negatives. India has its own negatives and positives. So see the positive side. Don't go by the negatives, like the smell or anything. So then whenever they would comment, like, why is this road so bad? I'm like, okay, that's how it is.
Beauty of India.
That's how
Beauty
it
of
is.
Bangalore.
Whatever, yeah, like everywhere it's like that. Like,
Yeah.
that's how it is. You have to adjust with this. It's not harming you. It's not creating any problems in your life. So, but so let's focus on things that you want to do.
And see how you can make that happen.
Exactly. And also, we had spoken to few schools that we will come for some visits and give them
Oh, this was then?
summer break.
While you were...
While we were in summer break, we had started talking to some schools, like, can we come?
That's interesting. Wow,
because
okay.
we wanted to show them, because
Right.
the idea they have about Indian school is like uniform, homework, teachers are strict, all of that. They have that kind of a notion.
That's real.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And
But let me get used to it. Okay.
yeah, that is real, and how there is pressure on scoring, there is pressure on everything. That's
another
the
perspective,
idea
right?
they had. So we are like, okay, we'll visit few schools and then get to know, like, and then we'll get your feedback.
Right.
So we went to two schools, and then there was this one school which was very new, just opened. And also Indian schools nowadays are pretty, they're making it nice and very welcoming, and
Very good. Yeah,
teachers
very
are
true.
also changing their way of
Communicating, right?
yeah, communicating very well and all of that. So we went to two schools. One school, they were like, no, and it's a very, 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 very prominent school in Chennai. So we went there, and then they didn't like it.
Okay.
Because obviously there is amazing facility, but they could understand that, the way they are talking, it's a international school.
Okay.
But they could understand, they could get a sense that they are not very,
they may not be very open, or
Yes.
they're just putting up a very different kind of a show than what reality could be on the inside.
And it was also new school, and then we went to this one where they are currently. So they went, and the classrooms were very much like the classrooms they had back in US. Teachers also seemed very nice and friendly. Also, this is also a very new school. Very few kids, so they liked it. And principal gave us a lot of time to talk.
Yeah.
She gave us 1 hour 30 minutes just
Oh, wow.
just to answer silliest of the silly questions that we had. And we also asked our kids to talk and ask them to, whatever doubts you have, like they would ask questions like, will there be uniforms? And the principal will be like, yes, there are uniforms, but this is how the uniform looks. It will look really smart on you. Like try it out.
Right.
Then they'll be like, will there be homework? Because their school has no homework zone.
Yes.
And then principal is, it will not be homework. We'll give you more like, do this research or, something like that. I mean, she was answering to these questions, right?
And they were probably something she's heard or she finds silly on a general day, but for that child who's asking that question, it is the most important question ever, and she gave value to that, which is big.
I mentioned, right, we take their opinions very, very, very seriously. Like, I know their kids, but we have always taken their point of view very seriously. The feedback is number one for us, and based on that we go and do a gut calling.
It's beautiful. I mean, all that I've heard so far, I'm not sure how many parents truly, I mean, we all claim that we want to involve our children in all these big decisions in life, but there are so many of them, and most of these decisions, as much as we give them a way of communicating or expressing, if we don't see that to the T, or if we don't let that expression reach the actual conclusion or give them a listening ear, they will actually start moving away from expressing completely. And you have given them this beautiful environment and platform in all these huge decisions like schools. So
totally,
tell me, has this transition, I mean, this entire journey, has it made it easier for the children to adjust better with the schools?
Yes. So also before coming to India, we wanted to be financially independent, meaning we don't want to work immediately.
Got it.
Right?
We wanted a break.
We wanted a good break. So that was important, because we know that kids are going to have a hard time adjusting. And if we both are away, it's going to be harder for them. So we were like, for a couple of years, we need to be there 24/7. We have always, both me and my husband, we've always, practiced of dropping them to school and picking them. So we still do that. So for that, you need time, right? Be there.
You need to be dedicated.
This was very, 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 this was number one criteria for us, that we need to be there for them no matter what, like be physically, mentally present for them. So that was our, what do I say, an attractive preposition for our kids, that, okay,
moving to India, you would have us 24
and Amma will be there for you. No matter what happens, we are there physically, mentally present with you. And they were super excited with that. That was like the best.
You sold it, we're moving to India.
Okay, mom and dad are going to be with us. Because I think end of the day, kids, that's what they need, the presence of their parents. Right,
do.
totally.
Yeah.
They don't want anybody else. They just want their parents to be around them. Just even if you're not talking on anything, just be in that same room, or just be there. The Agastya's class had only 2 kids,
Oh, okay.
and Gayatri's class had 5 kids, including Gayatri. So it was easy for them to make friends.
Friends, yeah.
It was easy to know the school, know the teachers, and now everybody knows them, because there are obviously few kids, so now everybody knows them very, very, very well.
Nice.
Actually,
that makes it's such a huge difference.
I think
right?
that was the best decision for us, because we did not go by names. We just went to a nice small school, which will grow eventually. But right now it's at its cusp. So it will grow as the kids are also getting older, and when it becomes popular, we'll be out of the school. So we'll be like, okay, this is right time when it's ripe, and obviously the school also wants to progress. So they will also do the best
extra effort.
They'll take extra efforts, and they will also pay more attention to the kids, and make it more happy. And then also we told the school that they are not used to the Indian standard of teaching and all of that. So be little friendly with them, or don't impose
Too much
on them. And they hear you out so well, and that's the best part. Like, because it's a new school, so they heard us very well, and they practice whatever we are telling them. So the kids, for them, adjustment has been easy. I mean, easy is, I think so. I mean, so far they haven't
easier than what
I would expect,
would probably otherwise face,
or what I had expected.
Right.
So they are making friends, and they are also enjoying with the teachers, and the whole setup is going on fine with them.
Speaks volumes of the decisions that you guys have taken, which means that it's working. That
it is
every
working.
Small little detail that you guys have really, you've put in a lot of thought, I must say.
Yeah, because for us, our attention was not on if they're learning or not. Our attention was they need to adjust, they need to grow, they need to enjoy that process. They need to be. I don't want them to tell me in the morning, I don't want to go to school. Then we started, because they've always been into sports. So we were like, okay, slowly we have started
that
sports with them. So they've also started making friends in
that environment.
So different places, making different friends. So I think they are enjoying. I remember telling my son, like, in India, I don't know, the thought, I have these thoughts, like, in India, kids are going to be very different from the kids you have here in school.
Right.
Kids, obviously, American kids are very, so the school they went to, there were barely any Indian kids.
Okay.
So they are mostly white kids, or,
I got that.
This is a multicultural school. So I was like, the kids are going to be very different in India. They're more studious. They're more. That's the idea I had. Like, they'll be.
You've not met our
they're going to be very studious, and they're going to be. They don't know a lot of things. I don't know where I got that heart.
This was from our generation. I think we were surrounded by beautifully studious kids.
Yeah.
And in today's world, I don't see any. I mean, most children.
Exactly. And then when he started school, he's like, Amma,
I'm the most studious one.
You have no idea. You have such bad opinion about, like a very different opinion about the kids here. They are even more, I would say, informed about.
That's a very beautifully chosen word.
Exactly.
Informed, I'm sure you have colors to it.
His knowledge about so many things that I don't want to introduce it to him at this age. It's gone beyond, and it's not a bad thing though. But I'm glad he's enjoying it. He's gotten.
Mom, I'm glad we moved to India. I've learned far more than what American kids could have taught me.
He's so cool here, and they do everything that kids there are doing.
Right.
Of course, because of social media and everything, they are more informed and more. They know everything now. So kids, so they're
everything.
100%. They know everything, like so much. So
they can teach you.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was, I think, one of the most amazing journeys that I've heard. You have truly walked the talk of every bit of that interesting journey.
Thank you.
There is so much to learn
Thank you
But it's not the end yet.
Okay.
Now we're going to come to a little more light-hearted, fun side of your motherhood.
Okay.
And this is called the lightning round. Okay. So you see the app in front of you, this app. You need to hit the draw button. Yes. And a random number is going to pop up. 13. I have a list of questions, and right now 13 is the question that I'm going to ask you.
Wow. Okay.
Your most effective weapon against teen rebellion?
Like, I give him a lot of lecture when he's wrong or doing something. So I'm like, if you do this, I'm going to give you a lecture. Do you want that? Or, because I have tried taking away stuff and all of that. It doesn't work because, and then I'm like, okay, I'm going to give you a lecture.
You're going to sit here and listen to me.
Listen to me about life. Listen to me about that lecture. And that, he's like, okay, I don't want it. I'm leaving. So that is my
I love that
right now.
Okay, 26. In my rare moments of self-time, I secretly escape to do.
Watch funny Instagram reels.
Ah.
That's I love it.
5. Your midnight cravings.
Oh, wow. Bread and pickle.
Bread and pickle.
Yes, I love bread and pickle. If there is aam ka char, I'll put aam ka char. If there is mirch ka char, then I'll put mirch ka char, fold it and eat it.
Yum.
Yes.
I'm hungry. 2. What's one good habit your child forgets after a solid dose of that time?
So I think when they are boarding, they're all discussing about movies.
Okay.
So my husband is he watches a lot of funny comedy videos on YouTube by Goundamini. He's a big Goundamini. He's a comedian, a Tamil movie comedian. He's a big fan of Goundamini, and this guy is very rude in his comedy. It's rude, but it's funny. It's funny
as well.
So when they watch it, my kids, they suddenly use those dialogues and they become wild. So I'm like, I did not teach you that. Where is it coming from? So they are like that.
From that time.
Yeah, from that time they watch these funny videos, Goundamini funny videos, and they're like literally for everything they have that answer. And I'm like, where are you learning this from? So
37. Which of your kids is the bossy one? And do the others agree? Like, does the other one agree?
My daughter.
100%. She's the bossy one.
She is the bossy one. And my son, I keep telling my son, like, dude, you're gone. She watches, she's like literally she's policing him all the time, which is funny to watch. And I like it because then I tell my son, like, you cannot do anything wrong because she'll watch you, she's watching you over. So
36. A snack you stock up often for yourself in the pretext of being your children's favorite.
I think sweets, Indian sweets. I love buying that, but
Okay.
I would say I'm buying it for kids, but I'm the one who's
Binging on them.
Yes.
Okay. What's a sibling fight that had the weirdest cause ever?
So both my kids, especially my daughter, she loves to play with stuffed toys.
Okay.
And then there is one stuffed animal that my son loves.
Okay.
Because it's been with him since baby.
He was a baby.
So sometimes, what happens is when there is some sort of a fight happening in the background, to make it actually real, what my daughter does is she'll bring 3 of her stuffed animals and then they'll play, and then she'll be like, okay, Scamper, you're out. Scamper is my son's stuffed animal. And then my son will be like, he's like, no, come on, imagine he's in his teens now, okay? He'll be like, don't do that. Don't keep Scamper away from from your friends. Like he wants to be part of that group. Let him join. And then the fight begins.
Got it.
So for that Scamper,
It's surprising, right? How
Yeah.
siblings just crave for those moments.
Yeah.
They know how to pick on each other for the smallest, and they know what hurts the most.
Yeah.
And they're really picking. They to pick on that.
Yeah. They ought to just do that. Like, she will want his attention. He'll be reading, and then she doesn't like him reading. She'll be like,
Scamper is about to be strangled to death.
Oh, Scamper, you're so bad today. Okay, you're gone. Like, she'll literally throw, and he'll be like, he'll shut up. He'll be like, don't do that to my stuffy, and then they'll start playing. Okay, I'll play with you for 1 hour. Then I need to read my book for 1 hour.
She's definitely the boss.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So,
I think you were fabulous.
thank you very much.
We saw a very deep side, the emotional ride that every motherhood journey has, and I think we've been through that entire journey with you very, very beautifully. So thank you for being so honest on air, and I think that's fantastic, because we need more honesty around motherhood these days, and that's what this podcast is about, and you brought out that so beautifully. So thank you so much. But every lightning round ends with a hamper.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I have a hamper for you.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Right here.
Thank you.
Yes. I hope you really like it. You can show it to the world.
Thank you so much.
You can show what's in there.
Oh, wow. Bhutta. Really?
Really?
So
See, I'm a mother. Yes, I'm a mother who's also, as you know, I'm a wellness follower.
Yeah.
So I can't go against my policies of health and wellness for mothers who are working so hard every single day. So thank you so much,
Thank you very
Veena.
much.
Thank you for being here.
I wanted to tell you also something, like your questions, your conversation skills are so amazing.
Oh, really?
That makes me come out, like, because it's been a long time. So the way you talk, the way you bring out interesting moments and make me think, credit goes to you as well. So you're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you. That's really sweet. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
My name is Shobhna, and I'm the founder of ZenMums.org, a platform dedicated to the holistic wellness of women and mothers of all ages and stages.